You good?
Yep.
All right, we'll wrap things up with James. James, we'll start on your right with Ira. Speak.
One of the things that a lot of people have been talking about this week, people watching you guys and then also the coaches, just about how much fun you guys seem to be playing with in that game. Was that the most fun since the Alabama game, or what can that do for you guys to bring that back?
Yeah, no, it's definitely good getting back in the win column. That always helps things. But I would say like we always have fun playing with each other. The bye week kind of helped to reinforce that. We got. I think the biggest thing that the bye week did was honestly get us back to just being healthy. You look at the hurt list or whatever it's called. There Deuce was on it, Randy, Tommy was obviously hurt. So getting all our guys back healthy and then just team morale back up after a good week of competition, I thought was mainly the reason everybody was so happy.
Imagine it felt good to break through and get the sack. Can you kind of walk us through the play, just the emotions that come with you? You've been close to go ahead and finish, get on the stat sheet.
Yeah, it's exciting, but obviously, if you look at my season just with the stat sheet, it doesn't tell the whole story. I'm around the quarterback a lot. That's what my job is to be. If I don't hit home, it's not the end of the world. I did this time. It was nice to finally see it happen. But I honestly thought the play that was bigger was the one Earl got the pick on, the 35-yard return that he had. I'm honestly really happy that Earl made me look good. I'm happier about that than I am about my own stats.
Leo?
I kind of wanted to follow up on that. Like Coach Knight just talked about how DBs are coming over to the D line, talking about how guys need to help each other. Or when someone does this, I got to do that. That complementary football aspect. How big is that? That it's starting to show up, and you guys are getting plays like when you get the hurry and then Earl gets the pick. How much can that do for you guys?
A lot. We've been. It obviously hasn't been easy when you go through a patch like we did, but I think the camaraderie that we have and the brotherhood that we have really stood out for that. We know even if schematically everything's not going to be up to what we would like, we'll make that right, and vice versa. I really think that the trust that we have within each other. Like I trusted Earl the second I knew that ball was in the air. I knew he was going to pick that off. You know what I mean? So, and it goes that's across the board. That's for Ed, Jabril, Duty, every single one of my DBs. And I hope they feel that way about us.
Ira?
Do you think, going into these last 4 or 5 games, you feel like you guys can kind of play in terms of not spoiler, but just kind of nobody's expecting anything. After the Alabama game, everybody thought Florida State's going to do all these great things, and now it's kind of you guys against the world. Is that a feeling at all?
I mean, there's a little bit of that, but it's also we also know that you guys, and in terms of you guys, I mean the media, and then also our fans are going to be impatient. Every team goes through ups and downs. Some this isn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest valley or whatever, but we're going to get back to our peak. I think that's kind of the one thing about college football that's really changed is it's a microwave type culture. Everybody wants something to be fixed now, pronto, sweet. And as I told y'all, we had so many different people hurt. Deuce, you guys did not get 100% Deuce Robinson or 100% Randy Pittman for that 4-game stretch. So I don't necessarily think it's anything to do with the mentals. I more so just think it's we believe in ourselves and we believe in what we can do and we believe in this team.
Brendan?
On that with belief, how do you guys stay patient when the results aren't what you want? It's easy for us to have opinions or people outside out. How did you guys manage to stay in a position, to be locked in, to seemingly come out of the other side of it?
Right. I'm not going to speak for everybody because everybody has their ways about it, and I'm being fully transparent. I wasn't the happiest I possibly could be. It's very frustrating, the way part of the season has gone, especially with how talented of a team we are. But the biggest thing, especially in the D-line room, is just it's holding each other accountable. I watched D-Jack go out there and bust his ass all of last week, kill it in practice, and then it showed up in the game. Maybe not even on the stat sheet, but he was throwing Wake Forest's offensive lineman around. So I watched that and it got me inspired because I was having a rough week. So I really think it's just the leadership that we have and those guys really stepping up. Like Tommy having great energy, Deuce having great energy. Earl, all them boys. So it's really a lead by example type thing, and everybody else will follow.
Any other questions for James? All right, last one.
Just as a guy that's watched a lot of college football, getting to play at Clemson, this rivalry. I mean, how exciting going into that?
Absolutely. You hear all the things about Clemson, and obviously I was a lot younger whenever they were, winning their on winning on the national stage or whatnot. But you know, I'm really excited. It's a place I have a little bit of history with. You know, I'm excited to. It's a great team. You know, it's a national stage. This isn't just one another of those games. It's a rivalry game. You got to get up for it. So I'm definitely excited and want to see what we can do.
Perfect. Thanks, James.
Appreciate it.